play action. They'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Foles. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Let's go. Hey, someone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Hill. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Fighting to step, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And New York set to take the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 44 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. Shifts by him. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Watch it now, Barney. 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A toss out to Barkley. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
One. Zebra.
They'll drop to throw. Now he's under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll set up a throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll throw now on the final play. Incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Williams now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check. Lucky.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The left side completion to Jones. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check 3. Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Gun.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to waffle up and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Over.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Keeps himself upright. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For for the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Hurts over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Foles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Foles. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's an Eagles first down as Foles finds Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now a handoff. Here's Hill. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Leopard! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Damian Radley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And some space here. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Hill. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
The first seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Foles. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go! 17, got it. Cover 5-3! Cover 5-3!
On 3rd down, that's Hill. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On the toss, here's Hill. And he spins past him and into space. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Philadelphia, a final win here means they'll finish at